Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, 1 star.
Oh,
OMG,
wait.
can't believe the service.
Oh, wait,
Convenient access to local dungeons.
Alright, get out of here, Testel.
His phone won't. His phone won't operate because he has no bars here in interdimensional poo-poo land.
Yeah, Terran gets sucked off into negative space and everybody forgets he exists.
Which
Bye,
seems likely
Terran.
for Terran, just in character anyhow.
Right. Like, even if Destel was here playing, I would still say that.
We'll say he wandered off during the long rest to do Terran things.
So you guys are taking a long rest in the guest rooms?
Oh no.
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 We were working our way out of this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the goal is to...
I think the goal was we were going to make our way out, explore a couple of rooms as we went, but the goal for now is to do that on the way to leaving the hut.
I think we've already explored everything we
Here's
have on
the
back.
problem that I find with that.
Okay.
It's gonna be hellish getting up that acid hallway without the power of a fly spell.
Hmm.
You
Oh,
can run up
shit.
it and drop a rope for us, but it's still
Yeah.
gonna suck.
Wait, the acid hallway?
Yeah, the vertical
Oh,
step
yeah, no, I
acid
remember.
hallway, one that was
Well,
burning us on the way down. It's gonna
from
take
what-
longer
from
to
what
get
I
back up.
From what I remember, I don't think that. Like, I think the other end of the bottom part of the acid hallway, if I recall right, is on our home plane. Like, I think the first portal that we go through to get to the rest of the hut is on the other side of the acid shaft.
So you think we can get to the acid shaft and then just
And then-
teleport
And then
out?
teleport
Right.
out from there.
Right. I think that should work.
That would be safe.
We'll give it a try. It's a good test.
So after... Assuming you guys get outside, and assuming the long rest goes off without a hitch, and assuming the hut's still there when you come back to it, what's the next goal?
Go back in the hut and start all over again, I guess.
I mean, what's your next goal as far as exploring the hut? Like, what's your next destination after you come back after the long rest?
I guess it depends on what we explore before the long rest.
Okay.
Where are my notes?
I don't know,
what
why should we come back to the hut? Because I can't remember anything tying us to this hut. Like, we didn't make any promises.
No,
Terran
we
did.
We...
Who?
we kind of did.
Exactly.
we promised Mr. Destin or Mr. Locke. We're here to take control of the hut for him.
You also made promises to NPCs inside of the hut
Yeah.
that you were going to find a way to free them.
Right.
Also, we were pissed at this witch and want to kill her, remember?
So did anybody... Because I looked at your
because
note
she's
sheet.
been enslaving little girls.
Nobody jotted down on the note sheet the conversation you had with Maruja before you threw her out. Does anybody remember the clue you got from Maruja, or do I need to repeat that before we get started today?
Please
You
do.
may need to repeat
You
that.
probably want to repeat that.
She told you a story about a dragonborn she traveled with briefly while inside the hut, and that when she saw an opportunity to betray him in order to further her own goals, she did so. She betrayed him to Baba Yaga, and she knows where he's being kept, and told you to look for a secret door in the closet.
Okay. In the closet of the guest room?
She didn't
Doesn't look
specify, and nobody
Doesn't
pushed
look
her
like there's a
further than
closet
that.
here in the...
The closet.
I thought that it was implied it was in the girls, the serving
I
girls'
think,
quarters.
I think that might have been the conclusion we came to.
Okay. So, we got everybody on the board here.
That sounds like a plan after we come back from long rest.
So what's the path you
Well-
take going back to the entrance of the hut?
So, if I have my map right, and I'm not saying I do, let me look at it here.
Let me look at this map as well.
God, I don't remember how we got into this room.
If we leave the hut, are we even assured that this map will be relevant then?
That's a
If
good
it's
question.
not, then out of character, this module was written by wizards.
We're good.
Of the
Is
coast?
this...
That's the door that you guys came in.
Okay, that's how I was going.
And the opposite door, you know that these two doors go to
Yeah,
outer
these doors
planes,
lead
and this
to-
door,
right.
nobody's checked yet.
Nobody's checked it, but this is the door we came in.
Yep.
Okay, so that door, if my map is right, leads back to conservatory or to the observatory. Dessel's notes are a little bit confusing here because he uses them interchangeably.
No, the conservatory is much different from the observatory. And I
Yeah,
believe
those are
it's
two
the
different
conservatory.
things.
Okay.
The
The
is where
conservatory
we
has
came from.
trees. The observatory has death.
I
And
think
space.
those are mostly my notes.
He's the only person I've ever heard use the term conservatory.
I hope Nick is as offended as I am that one of you bastards can't spell. I don't know which one it is. I'm not pointing
Oh,
fingers.
it's
Destal.
It's
Destal.
It's
totally
Destal.
Cannot
Okay.
spell.
Just
Oh no,
throw
I
him-
can't spell either. A lot
It's
of these are
really-
mine. Griffin head fountains, that's totally me.
Throw his ass under the bus.
So this door should lead back to the observatory, and from there we can get back to.
I thought it went back to the conservatory, not observatory.
I don't know.
I was using garden, and then people kept saying conservatory.
No, I was using garden too. I was right there with you.
Well, the problem is, I see. This is why conservatory is a terrible word, because we have what I've got in my notes. I've got Jazibaba's forest, the greenhouse, and the observatory. And those are three like clear,
The
unambiguous.
greenhouse is the
locations.
conservatory.
The
Yeah.
greenhouse is conservatory.
Yeah.
Right? That's a weird word for a greenhouse, but okay.
I only know it
It's
from
a,
Clue.
it is a word. It does exist. He's right. He's just also wrong.
What does the module call it? Does it call it conservatory?
It does. The module calls it the conservatory.
All right.
Well, Wizards is also wrong.
Right.
Then this door leads. Wait, let me look at the notes. It either leads to the observatory or the greenhouse, which is what I'm going to call it now.
Yeah, I know a good way to
Fine,
find out.
here
Ease
we
of
go.
understanding.
No, here, I got it. Greenhouse, room 5, door leads to portal to guest rooms. The door.
cares?
Yeah.
Which door is it?
It's the south door.
That's the
All right,
silver
I
door.
opened it up.
And poke your head through, and you see the conservatory.
Oh, fuck
Greenhouse.
you.
You see the greenhouse. We can call it the greenhouse. That's fine.
All right, great. Everything's fine.
Everything
I can't
is
remember
not
what all we
fine
wanted to
until we
check
get
on
the
the way
hell
out.
out of here.
So-
Everything is-
Oh, I hate this game.
everything is decidedly not fine until we get out of this place. So,
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're in
so-
the greenhouse.
Going through the
Yeah.
silver door leads you to. You come out the south door into the greenhouse. From here, you had a glass door here, and the other door is gold. This one here.
Have we ever been? What's this?
Which
that
one?
was a glass door, wasn't it? That was locked.
This here.
The
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a glass door that leads to.
Wait,
the-
we've never been through it. I don't think.
Yes, you have. That leads to the guest quarters.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
didn't we
we
just
got-
come through this?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where. it
Oh,
came
I
back
was
out
just
through.
confused because I was looking at
yeah.
Nick's map. Thanks a lot,
Right.
Nick.
which is wrong because like I'm fixing it now.
Don't worry about it, because we have these notes are actually pretty good, other than the changing conservatory to greenhouse.
I was
So-
I was mostly impressed with your notes. You guys have been very thorough so far.
So okay, so from the greenhouse, 5 leads back to the guest room. 2 leads to the Cyclops room. Remember that fun room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
what
no
was
problems there.
And what was the room? And so 8 must be the one that got us there. So that leads us back to
8 leads you back to the Jazibaba's forest.
Jazibaba's
Yes.
forest.
Okay. So from Jazzy Bob's forest, where are we trying to get to? We're trying to get
Trying to get to the exit.
But there was
Uh,
something we wanted to check on the way out, and that's what I'm trying to remember.
We were gonna check just the Cyclops room real quick. But we could also check the kitchen because I think they're going to end up being the same thing.
Well, I think that's what we wanted to do. So it would be quicker
so
to go
do
to.
we want? Yeah, do we want to go back to the Cyclops room?
I think it'd be faster to go back to the kitchen because we're not going to be able to all of us go back through that red door if it's the
Yeah.
door we think it is. Whereas in the
Well,
kitchen, only
you
one
can
of
just
us
poke
needs
your
to
head
check.
through.
I'm not seeing a great way to get back to the kitchen.
Okay, from the kitchen. Kitchen is room 1, right? Or room 2.
We got to
Kitchen
get
is
back
not
to the,
numbered.
We have to get back to the observatory, and then take the balloons up to
Oh, that's right. That's right.
that room,
Yeah.
and then go down the dumbwaiter to
It's
the kitchen.
It's pretty simple to get back to the observatory from Jazibaba's forest, and we're at the entrance to Jazibaba's forest.
But then we have to figure out how many of
Oh,
these,
I see.
how
You're
quickly
numbering
those
exits.
balloons respawn, etc., etc.
Yeah. So so we want to go back to the Jazibaba's forest, right?
So here's my question: if the Cyclops room does link to the kitchen, who can go through that door? Just Eldove?
Probably just me.
And he'd have to burn some high-level magic for that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm saying if we get to the observatory and the balloons don't like respawn or whatever, then you have a way to get back out.
Right.
But it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going through the gold door?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going through this one room.
Yeah.
And the one
Gold
in
door
River.
back to the forest.
Right.
I can't imagine any running of this module that doesn't involve everyone talking about which is the fastest way to every individual room. I can't imagine one.
And it's important for me to keep track of what route you're taking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is why we're going
you
to
can
the-
remove this black square. We've been in here. There were sardines flying around.
I think I did, and I just didn't save it after that. But it's okay. It's
Yeah.
just an empty room. So yes, you go back into Jazzy Baba's forest, and you see her in the room. She's off to one corner, tormenting some of the mice.
Yeah, she's terrible. Let's go back through this door.
Yeah. Through the other tree on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Should lead us back to the observatory.
Which tree?
Yeah, that'll take us through the globe, basically.
Yeah, we're trying to get
Yeah.
back to the globe.
Before running through, I'll just poke my head through to make sure there's air in that room.
Okay, so you pick the tree with the black leaves. And yeah, you poke your head through after opening the secret panel on the other side of the tree. Yeah, and your head is coming out through the globe. And breathable air. The room seems to be empty.
Okay, then, yeah, we'll go through.
Okay. And so you step out of the globe into the observatory.
Ah! We had this locked door.
Yeah, the one that made you all weepy and crawling in my skin.
Yeah, I remember that door.
Wasn't there another... Didn't somebody else tell us the thing about the locked door? Or was that somebody else? Oh, no, never mind. That was the, to get to the guest rooms. That was the other locked door. So, we're still not sure what's through there.
We could burn some spell slots for you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Isn't that
Well, we tried to dispel it, but I don't know if we just didn't use a high enough one, or if it's just way too high for us to dispel it.
Well, I'm just saying that we can keep having you trying to make your save until you actually pass.
So Zook disappears down the secret passage in the wall, down the stairs, to where he found the crawling in my skin door.
Like that's what we're calling it now.
Arik, how are you doing on spell charges? I know where the goal is to get out, but I just want to make sure that you have some left.
I have at least one of every level.
So you're fine.
Do you want to burn
I have
A
one
higher
of every
level
level, except for level 5, I have 2.
Do you want to do a level 5 dispel on this thing and see if we can get in here?
I think maybe it was a level 4 dispel. Either way,
I don't think dispelling is going to work.
I don't think so either.
Okay. Well,
I can blast that at a level 7 dispel, but
What?
then I'm
what
without
kind
a
of
level
save?
spell charge, even if it works.
In character, this question is: what did you feel when you touched the door? Out of character, what kind of save did you make when you were?
Rick, can
touching
you
the
refresh
door.
my memory on what the hell happened last time I was here?
Yeah, you failed a charisma save, and then you felt an incredibly deep despair and
Okay.
hopelessness wash over
Yeah.
you.
Charisma is one of my lower saving throws. It's a +2 saving throw. I do have lucky dice. I have 2 lucky dice left, so I could stack the deck and just try to brute force this.
Well, I can also stack the deck because I can enhance ability.
Oh, real?
And
So
what is
I've got a decent saving throw on charisma. It's +6.
Yeah, but the only reason he's making the save is because he's trying to lockpick the door.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so it's only Zook can do that.
Gotcha.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
Khalil could attempt it and use Indomitable, but
So yeah,
blocks.
I'll burn an enhance ability on Zook and
Okay.
give him Eagle Splendor. You have advantage on charisma checks.
Checks or saves?
Ooh.
Oh, it might be just checks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that might not be any good.
You can give him dex, so he passes the check.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
he's gonna
think he's-
pass that
he's worried
freaking
about
check
that.
anyway.
Yeah, my minimum lockpicking is a 20 right
It's
now.
very impressive. Yeah.
He lost. He didn't even get to the point where he could make the lockpicking check last time because this wave of hopelessness sapped any motivation he had to do it. He
Man,
didn't
he
even
was
get
really
as far
sad.
as making the check.
So there's a
Well,
magical trap on it.
Yeah.
He's very,
I mean-
very sad.
Can you, Eldove, can you look at it and see, like, if there's any, if it's just on the lock or if there's any way to maybe disarm it?
I can cast Identify, but that's just going to make me have to make a Charisma save.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yep.
Bummer.
I have to touch it to cast Identify, so I can attempt to make the Charisma save. I mean, my Charisma's good, but all that's going to tell us by identifying it is, hey, you're going to need to make a Charisma save if you touch this.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I can try to brute force it. I can burn a lucky dice, and I can't remember what the save actually was though on the charisma. It was probably pretty stupid high.
It's pretty high.
What
I
did you?
think all of the saves in here are something like 21.
Most of the saves imposed by the hut itself are going to be 21 because that's based on Baba Yaga's spellcasting level. Other
Right.
creatures and certain effects that are not originated from Baba Yaga herself will have lower saves.
Right. So with the +2 charisma, that means I have to roll damn near perfect.
So
Of course, you can always dispel me or whatever you did last time to save my ass. What did you
I guess
do
the
last
only
time to
thing
save
that
my ass?
Identify would tell us is whether or not it's going to happen every single time someone touches it,
Roll an
or
Arcana,
just under certain conditions.
roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. It might have been like the other magical
You might
trap
be
I
able to do-
encountered.
You might be able to do it by touch.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Like, if it's a symbol, we could just blind you.
Eldove,
14.
given your extensive experience with Identify, if you were to spend expend the pearl and spend the time identifying the door, if there's a magical way through the door, for example, a password or a gesture or whatnot that bypasses the symbol, you would learn it through use of Identify.
That seems useful.
Yeah.
And wait, that would be if I identified the door?
If you identified well, you have to look at the symbol on the door and identify the door because it's enchanted with the symbol.
Okay. Yeah,
Essentially, the door
let's-
counts as a magic item, and you would learn its properties with Identify.
Let's go for that. I haven't used any pearls yet, I don't
All
think.
right. Cool.
Because I convinced you guys not to make me identify something stupid earlier.
I'm still sad about that.
Yeah.
The wand of pointing.
Now, is anybody
Yeah, that-
carrying
it was
the
something
wand,
else. That was
the wand of
awesome.
Red Dot? Is anybody carrying the wand of Red Dot or any of the other things you found here?
No, we left that there.
Okay.
Yeah, we left the red dot
We-
in Jazzy Bob's
We
room.
left the wand of red dots.
We were told not
Yes.
to steal anything, so I did not add it to my character sheet.
All right.
You can go get it.
Oh, thank you.
I'll say we'll wait for you. We won't, but I'll say it.
Orphan is carrying something from the hut in her stomach.
Well, so yeah, Eldove gets his pearl out, places his hand upon the door, and you feel the magic discharge. So go ahead and throw that charisma save.
Oh, how funny will it be if I get like a 1? Alright, 20.
20?
That's not gonna do it.
Nope.
Oh no!
And you feel the force of your personality overcome the magic for a couple of seconds. But the magic in the door pushes back, and then everybody else sees Eldove pull his hand to the door, and he slumps back to the ground with his head in his hands, just rocking back and forth, and you hear him start to weep silently.
Oh no! This is very
Wait,
familiar.
that's not correct. I weep silently?
So
Everyone
wants
is
to
gonna
make
share in my
everyone miserable.
sadness.
Eldove wants to make everyone miserable.
Fix it.
Not again.
You guys just don't value my contributions.
And it's true. See, when you speak the words, they ring true to you. These guys don't value you at all. They let you die twice. You know, they weren't there for you when you really needed them. Even if you could get through the magics of this door, which you certainly can't, why would you do it for these fools, right?
Don't be a jerk, Eldove.
Duke's just like, oh my god,
Not
is that
even
what
my
happened to
god
me?
would take me. I was in a bubble.
Thought we retconned that.
So, yeah,
Eric,
what happens
can
next?
you take care of this?
Didn't take care of it last time. I don't know what you expect from me now.
I thought you
Well, I
fixed
mean-
me last time.
Mm-mm. We waited.
Wait, really?
I'm pretty sure you didn't. I'm pretty sure you used a spell.
Yeah,
I thought you
I
just
think.
spelled me.
Yeah, I think you removed. It was a remove curse spell, as I recall.
Couldn't have been remove curse. I might have dispelled it.
I think you dispelled it.
All right, I can dispel it, I guess. What level did I dispel it at?
God. We probably should have remembered this before having him touch the door.
Yeah.
Probably. All
No,
right.
you use lesser restoration, is how you get rid of it.
Really?
Yep.
Lesser restoration did it?
Yep.
I wouldn't think lesser restoration would do it.
Don't
Well,
question
it
it.
did.
Just
It
fix
did.
him.
Just
All right.
do it.
I will cast
I-
lesser.
I know it was lesser restoration because you don't have greater restoration prepared.
Yeah, I don't. But all right, I will cast
Priest
lesser
won't even heal
restoration
me.
on Eldove.
And Eldove, now you instantly start to feel a little bit better, and you feel a little foolish for sitting on the ground like you are, and you kind of smell like fish.
Oldham is actually feeling a little bit angry that fucking doors are telling him how to feel now.
That was a very convincing door.
Do we want to keep banging our head up against this, or are we done playing with it for now?
Oh, I'm going to defeat this door.
Oh no.
This
Oh,
door.
boy.
Okay, before you do that, Eric, how many more times can you do lesser restoration?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, that's
knock
enough.
yourself out. Yeah, that's plenty.
That's all of my spell charges.
Yeah, but
I
we're
can
on our
do
way
it
out
6
anyway.
more times.
25.
25. So Eldove lays his hand on the door again, and you feel once again the magic of the door discharge into your body. Khalil, you're looking at the door. You actually see the symbol drawn on it. The magic come out of the wood of the door into Eldove's hand and discharge into his body. But this time, Eldove, the force of your personality pushes back, and you win out. And now you have your hand on the door, and you
Call
can
me
cast Identify.
fucking Eldove Door Slayer.
Identify that shit.
Yeah, and I'll crush the pearl and start casting Identify.
Okay, how long does that take to cast?
11 minutes.
Okay.
Really?
It's a 1 minute cast time spell, and I'm casting it as a ritual, so plus 10.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And the vision you get is a very simple one. It's just of Baba Yaga laying certain incantations and enchantments on this door to secure it against intruders. You learn the nature of the symbol on the door. It's a symbol of despair. I don't really think I need to describe its effects. You felt them personally. But left untreated, over time, your thoughts would turn to hopelessness, to paranoia, and eventually you would be overcome with thoughts of suicide. The only way to end the despair would be to end it all. But
Always an option. I can bring you back from the dead.
you learn a word that dispels the magic and opens the lock long enough for Baba Yaga to pass through, and she needs to learn the door. Needs to use the door, and the word is Drago Dvorsky.
Oh, you're gonna need to write that down.
I'll tell you what. I'll paste it into the Twitch chat.
Is there like a Russian to English dictionary that I can read this from?
And Drago, like the guy from the end of Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
Drago Dvorsky.
Drago Dvorsky.
Thank you, fantasy name generator.
I must break you.
Oh, I legitimately thought it was in Russian.
It is. Well, Slavic name generator. I don't know what compelled me to go with the Slavic rather than the Russian, but I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fairly
all
connected.
It's Baba Yaga. That's close enough.
So Eldove pulls his hand away from the door, and he now knows the incantation to open the door.
Shall we?
And Eldove makes various arcane gestures that all have zero meaning in this instance. And says,
Make a deception check.
"Oh, absolutely."
All right. What do we oppose that with?
It doesn't matter. You
12.
rolled a 2. You're fine.
It's a 12. They still need to roll something.
And you say,
Drago Zworsky.
and when he speaks the words, Orphan, you recognize them as words, but they're not a language you understand. And because he's not speaking them with any intent of meaning, you don't get a translation. You just hear the magic words.
Yeah. Also, I rolled a 1 in my insight, so he's got me buffaloed.
I want to do that too, actually.
Oh no, he ain't fooling Arik, that's for sure.
Eldove always casts
Well,
stuff from
Arik
his
understands
ring.
magic.
He's not doing
Right.
this with his magic ring.
Roll a 2.
He fooled the shit out of Zook. Also, Zook is
Alright.
very impressed by the hand gestures.
All right. So yeah,
Khalil is all elementary.
you speak the words. Khalil, you see the magic drain away from the door. The door is still magical, but the symbol dissipates for the time being. And you hear a click. The door unlocks.
Oh, I don't even get to pick the lock after all that shit. All right,
Looks safe.
fine.
Looks
Get
safe
fucked,
for now.
Eldove. Mage hands it open.
Okay. You open up the door, and the room is lined with shelves that hold a variety of star maps. Maps of very intricate and very detailed maps of the sky of many different worlds are rolled up on the shelves, put into scroll cases. A few are framed and hanging on the walls of the room.
Man,
Look at the ones hanging on the wall. Did any of them match the skies of Trennis?
I bet our sailor cleric would know.
Khalil, you step into the room and start looking for a map that matches the stars over Ramneus that you're used to seeing at night. And you find one. It's one of the framed ones. In fact, it's framed very prominently just along the side of the wall when you enter the room, as though it were being used recently. And what you notice about it is it's in the frame, but one part of it's curled up from the corner.
Is there glass on top in the front of the frame?
There's not.
I'll investigate the curled up piece of the corner.
Okay,
Have we all entered this room?
if you want, yeah.
I'll go in once I see.
When you say investigate, what does that entail?
I'll reach out, touch it, peel it down to where the entire image is flush with the frame.
Okay. When you peel it back, you see on the back of the wood paneling of the frame, written in chalk, is a note. It says,
Ah.
"Distance to Sirius is 2 space leagues. Distance to Eridani is 4 space leagues. Distance to Fomalhaut is 6 space leagues. All 3 stars are golden in color. Questrix."
One more time, please.
Yeah, what are those numbers?
I'm gonna paste
That
that
was-
into the Twitch chat.
That's 246, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 space leagues, 4 space leagues.
All 3
6
stars
space
are
leagues.
golden in color. So
Do we already have
doors.
gold?
We have a gold password, except it was 462.
Maybe that's why it wasn't working on the doors right.
Hmm.
Maybe that's why. Let's take that.
How did we get 462?
Gold door we find?
I'd have to go back and look.
It was the flower pots.
Oh,
Where
well, we had
got
no
it
idea which
originally.
was supposed to be...
Right.
What order they were supposed to be in. Alright.
The last
Good to keep
thing
in mind.
you see in this
Our-
room,
Our good friend Questrix comes through.
Khalil, the last thing you see in this room, without searching it more in depth, is a peg on the door, or on the wall next to the door,
No,
Right, where
462's right.
right where Arik is standing, with a
What,
robe on it, a robe covered in cloth
robe?
stars that is radiating magic very heavily.
Guys, you put those planets in alphabetical. It's 462. I
Oh,
think that's
okay.
where. I think that's
Oh, okay.
correct.
Makes sense. Well, we'll try both.
Some
Yeah.
sort of wizard robe, huh?
Yeah, it's a robe, a dark purple in color, very, very dark purple, and has stars emblazoned around the shoulders of it, and the largest stars on the back.
Well, I don't think we should take it, but I think we should identify it just to see if it's part of something that we're going to need in this place.
Probably a good idea, Eldove.
Spend the time identifying it.
What do you guys think? I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Well, sounds fine with
yeah.
it.
11 minutes.
Okay. Eldove sits down with the robe, and the pearl evaporates in his hand. And after 11 minutes, you see a vision of an elven wizard putting on this robe, and he pulls the hood over his head. He pulls the string tight and the clasp around his neck, and standing out in an open field, and then he levitates up off the ground, moving ever upward, upward, upward through the atmosphere of his world, out into open space amongst the stars. And as long as he's wearing this robe, he seems comfortable. He has breath, he has warmth, and he can travel while wearing this robe out in open space.
Alright, so
That would've
yeah,
been
absolutely
useful.
something to use here.
This would be something we could use in here, yeah.
Wait, I want to know what is the name of this magical artifact.
It's not an artifact, it's just a magic item called the Robe of Stars.
Stars, got it.
Now, each of the stars on the robe is detachable. If you lay your hand on it, it comes off, the threading comes undone, and you can throw it like a weapon. Once all of those are expended, the robe loses all of its magic.
That
Alright,
sounds pretty
that's-
neat.
That's dumb as hell, got it.
So, Ninja Star Fly Magic Robe. Gotcha.
Yeah, complete waste of magic, ninja star, magic robe.
When Eldove describes this thing, Zook goes, that sure would have been useful. Back when I was choking to death in the vacuum of space.
Eldove leaves off describing the ninja star part, because that part's preposterous.
Just out of curiosity, Zook will kind of scan the room looking for the stars and constellations he recognizes from his world.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll one too.
Okay.
If I roll one, can I get any sort of advantage, being a sailor of some kind?
It wouldn't matter for you, because Khalil already found your star chart map.
Yeah.
Thanks, Khalil.
Because because I have the investigation skill,
Alright.
yo.
How'd you do,
18
Zook?
for Zook.
And what did Orphan get?
Just a 9.
A 9? No, neither of you find... I mean, going through the scrolls and whatnot, neither of you find a star chart that matches the skies you're used to. Zook,
Mm-hmm.
you come across one of the star charts when you unroll it, looking for your map. You find one that has a couple of magic scrolls rolled up inside of it.
I show them to Eldove.
Are they... I'm not going to use an identify on them, but are they, like, using Arcana apparent, what they do?
Let me check and see if any of them are on the Sorcerer spell list, because you get those ones for free.
Alright. Yeah, and just check to see if they're on either Sorcerer or Cleric, because I'll show
Yeah,
them to
because I
Eric,
would show
too.
them to I'd show them to Arik
Okay.
if
I would peruse them as well.
If I don't recognize them, I'm going to be like, Eric, are these you?
Oh, actually.
Oh yes, who can use any
I
magic
was about to
item?
say,
Every
can't you
magic
just
item
read
is on
them?
his spell list.
I was gonna say,
That's
does
true.
Zook have to identify
That is
them?
true. Yeah, then Zook, looking at them, poring
Okay,
over them,
Sorry.
you find 4 scrolls. I'm sorry, 3 scrolls. The first is a... no, 4 scrolls. The first is a scroll of protection from cold. The second is a scroll of true seeing. The third is a scroll of foresight. And the fourth one... is a scroll of fly.
Okay, I am disinclined to take these just now because we were told not to seal anything. But
Just again, good to keep in mind.
yeah, I'm actually putting those on the under the observatory heading in their notes. So scrolls in,
Yeah, good idea. Keep anything we find.
and then robe of stars.
I can prepare 1 level 6 spell. And I fucking
Okay.
prepared True Seeing. Yep.
I know flies on my spell list because I didn't take it.
Yeah, I looked up fly and true seeing are on yours. I think foresight is on Destel's. And I don't think protection from cold technically exists in 5th edition, but that would be on the pre-spell list, I'm sure.
It would probably be
I
like
think
protection from elements.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I have something like that. I don't know if it's elements.
So this scroll would be a weaker version of that spell that only protects against cold.
Okay, so if we find ourselves in a bind and we absolutely need something, we can come pinch one of these scrolls. But again, I'd rather not do that because God only knows what Baba Yaba's security system is like.
Let's just keep it all in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Brick,
as I didn't find anything else on this floor when I was looking earlier, I guess we're done here.
I don't know. Now that I'm reminded that we have true seeing.
Brick, the spell is called Protection from Energy, and I can choose one of the elements from that.
Okay. But yeah, the scroll that he
Acid, cold,
found
fire,
only
lightning,
protects against
thunder.
cold.
Cold.
Okay,
Got it.
Cool.
So it's protection from energy, parentheses, cold.
Which is weird because cold is not energy, it's an element. But they got that wrong in this edition. We don't need to harp on that too much.
Okay. True
Really
seeing-
more of an
I don't think
absence of
Khalil
energy.
has
It's an
true seeing.
absence of energy. More an energy than an element. But cosmology has improved in the D&D universe since 3rd edition.
Now they perfected it in 2nd edition. Any changes to its sense.
Those artificers have been at work and they've discovered the true underpinnings of the universe.
What was Khalil about to say?
I was just trying to make sure that the eye doesn't give me true seeing, right? You
It
know,
does not,
doesn't.
no. You should...
What's true seeing do?
It has on. I was refreshing my character sheet because it was broken for a second.
I pull up my spell book.
True seeing lets you see things as they actually are.
Yeah, right.
So you see through, like, polymorph, you see through illusions, you can automatically see, like, hidden and secret doors, that kind of thing.
Wow, that sounds like something
True
that
sight.
you should have been using.
I can only do it once.
Like, Destil has a Warlock invocation that gives him a version of that only works on creatures.
You can even see it in the ethereal plane.
How long does it last?
I threatened to use it, but no one said go ahead and use it.
Lasts an hour.
It lasts an hour.
Oh, you
except that
should
we-
use that on the way out.
Magic keeps getting wiped when we go through these black portals.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, because it wiped Fly on somebody at one point,
Yeah.
I think.
it did.
Well, let's try it anyway. Alright, or not.
You
Like,
just want me to
if you-
cast it right now in here in this room?
Well, it lasts for an hour. We found most of what's in this room. We don't know if we found everything. And I just thought of it because we saw a scroll.
We're on our way out to do a long rest anyway.
So what's the
Yeah.
verdict, Arik?
Well,
I mean, it's up to you. It's your spell.
I am nothing but a people pleaser, so
I'll be
I
damned
cast-
if you're going to tell me when to cast my spell.
Now, when you cast the spell,
I cast True Seeing on myself.
it does require a material component that is consumed. It requires an ointment that you put on your eyes.
Well, now but I did say though before all this started.
Mhm.
Are you going to give me I'm assuming in preparation for this, I'm going to get all the materials spell components that I need. Because
Yeah,
I'm specifically preparing the list of spells to go into this hut.
But not infinitely. Don't think you can cast True Seeing in every room because you do not have that
No.
much gold.
I don't have that much gold, and I can only cast it once anyway.
Yeah.
So you're going to cast it in the observatory here?
Yeah, I'm not going to go around and cast True Seeing in every room I enter. That's not a
I
thing
think
I can
spell
do.
slots will prevent it more than material components.
So he steps out, and you see Arik use this anointed oil. And he looks up at the ceiling, and he drops it into each of his eyes, and it blinks a few seconds. And his eyes take on this silvery white sheen, like a fish's eyes have.
That's pretty good.
What do you look at?
Take a look at this dome that almost killed me.
Yeah, I was
Eldove
gonna say,
waves at
let's
Arik.
Start with the dome over here.
Looking up at the dome, and it's a door that goes out into deep space.
Cool.
I mean, beyond it, you just see void.
What do I look like? Look at me.
He just looks like he looks like an enormous cock wearing pants.
All right, let's go over to the globe.
And I mean, you look at the globe and you see the door in it very clearly delineated.
What about the balloons over here and the ceiling above them?
And you see a spot in the ceiling above the balloons
fake.
that you know to be a a passageway. You look up and you see the familiar nothingness of the portals between areas in the hut.
Got it. What are these? Yeah, what are these?
Those are silver lights, orbs in the sides of the wall that emit silvery light that illuminate the room.
Okay. I look at the lights.
Man, they're silver lights that illuminate
Silver
the room.
lights.
When you look
Sounds like
at
there's
the,
nothing in here.
can you look around the base of this thing and see if there's any like controls for this dome? I'm curious if there's a way to transport to go to different star systems based on the charts that we saw.
I don't know if the spell. Duration creatures, true sight. Notice the secret doors hidden by magic and can see into the ethereal plane.
Yeah, you don't see any secret panels here.
Look at the gnomish Neil deGrasse Tyson over here.
You know what? Now that Zook's back in here, he's actually just going to do an old-fashioned investigation check first, which is panels, that kind of thing around the door. That'll be a 14 around the chair.
Okay, and no, all the controls are on the chair itself. You don't find any levers or buttons or anything. You do find one button hidden underneath the left armrest of the chair. And you know from experience that the way to activate the chair is to sit in it and lean back. But other than that, you find no controls.
Alright.
And I've made my way back into this room.
And you find a secret door.
Neat.
Cool.
A secret door.
Set back behind the shelves in the wall here.
Oh.
Hey guys, I found the secret door.
Oh. Fascinating.
Point.
And when he calls you all in and points it out, none of you see it.
Eldove says, though, oh, you know what? Most of those other scrolls were pretty useful in this room. Maybe that should have been our justification for casting Choose Seeing rather than just seeing the scroll.
Yeah,
does it
'cause
look like
everything-
there's a button or a knob or something to open the door with on this
Push
side?
panel.
It doesn't look like it's
Yeah.
a... It looks like it's a push panel.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Push the panel?
Push it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And poke your head through.
Oh, is it a black is it a black portal
Yeah, it's a
thingy?
you see nothing.
You know what?
beyond.
You hang on to your what? I was gonna say you hang on to your spell. Let me poke my head through first.
Okay.
Okay. And then so Zook does just sort of poke his head through.
Zook vision.
You see, you're looking down, Zook. Well, first thing you notice when you poke your head through is you feel cold, like you haven't felt in this hut yet. You feel
It's not
like
surprising to me.
a supernatural cold, and you're looking down a totally dark stairwell. In fact, it's pitch dark, so you don't see anything. You just feel the cold.
Well, I have
Dark vision. Oh, that's true. Let's see as though it's dim light. Yeah, then you're looking down a stairwell that goes down maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 feet, perhaps. But you can't see what's beyond the landing down there. There's no source of light in here, and it feels like a tomb. It feels very cold and very stuffy.
How much does the stairwell look like the other stairwell that I tried to go up infinitely?
Not at all. Because that
Not at all?
stairwell was a spiral staircase where the each landing was slick with ice.
When you say that it's cold, do I get the feeling that if I linger here, it's going to cause me damage? Kind of cold.
No. No,
Oh,
it's just very
okay.
uncomfortable.
It's chilly.
All right.
Procedural question.
Sure.
Since Khalil has camera vision with Arik, does he see what I see when I cast True Seeing on myself? He does
He
not.
does not. What
No,
Khalil
he
can
not.
do is he can line up his eyesight with several other people, and then he has a couple of modes he can use. He's got his dark vision, his detect magic, and his see invisibility. So he can use his abilities to see through your eyes, but he can't use yours.
You can't use. Okay.
Yeah, so when I see you staring at this hidden door, like
You just
I
see the
I
door,
just see
or
wall.
the
I just
wall.
See
I mean,
'Cause we
after
would do that.
Eric
Good.
shows you where the push panel is, it's pretty obvious when he reaches back, because he has to brush some scrolls and books aside and reach back and push into the wall. But now that you know it's
So
here, in fact, I'm going to save this room now, so I don't have to draw that again.
So I come back and say it's a really, really, really cold staircase that seems to go down for I don't even know how far.
It looks like it went out to about 20 or 30 feet and then widens out. But you couldn't see
Perhaps
much
a little
beyond
bit
that.
dangerous for us to trailblaze at this point.
I think that's worth. In fact,
That may
Yeah.
be something worth coming back to after tomorrow.
Okay, so what's next?
Go
Well,
back out and,
I say we just leave it and
go back out and check out these balloons.
There's only 3 balloons. They're tied with paper ribbons to a ring that's set down on the floor.
All right.
Arik, can you tell anything
Zook.
fancy about these balloons, or are they just what they seem to be to us?
They look like balloons.
All right,
Eric says
Zook,
very matter-of-factly.
take my hand real quick.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Yeah, Zook, we grab onto Khalil.
Why don't we? Here's my thought. Why don't we test to see what the maximum weight capacity is for one of these things, and have everybody hang on to everyone else, and then we'll drop sandbagging as we need to actually get lift.
that seems like a reasonable idea.
Alright.
Don't forget, you guys have Fred with you too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Fred.
Fred, do you
So-
know what you're seeing?
Fred does not know true seeing, no.
So I say, Khalil, hold on to 2 people's hands, and those people hang on to 2 people in order of relative strength.
Okay, so
I'm gonna hold on to someone, and they're gonna hold on to me real tight, not onto my hands.
Khalil, what do you do?
Is anybody grabbing onto me?
That seems to be the case.
I'm jumping up onto your freaking back.
People are
Yep.
kind of daisy chained onto you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, it's hand holding
I do not wear Orphan as a hat. I'm sorry. I will. The ribbon. I give it a short. Best does it look like it would snap if I were to just jerk real hard on
Oh,
it?
yeah, it's a paper ribbon. It would looks like it'd come right off.
All right. That's what I'll do. Is I'll just yank real hard on it,
Okay, and
separate it from the ground, and
the paper breaks, and Khalil, you suddenly feel weightless. You suddenly feel like you weigh nothing. All of the burden of your armor lifts off your shoulders, and your arm that's holding the balloon drifts naturally upward until your arm is extended towards the ceiling, but you do not leave the ground.
We may be a little heavy.
I'll
Alright.
kick off the floor real quick.
You'll do
Give
what?
myself a little bit of thrust upward.
You try to kick off the floor?
Yeah.
You've got a gnome on your back and everybody else clinging to your other arm and your waist.
All right. Zook, pop off.
Okay.
And
Zook hops off his back.
Zook hops off, and Khalil, you feel no change.
Orphan, hop off.
Orphan jumps off.
And again, you feel no change.
Arik, hop off.
But we're just getting to know each other. Yeah, you pop off.
And so you've got Eldove clinging around your right waist and Fred clutching your other arm, and you feel no change.
How big is this room?
Eldove, hop off.
Each square is 5 feet.
How many squares to my right do I need before I can start flying?
You could fly around in here. There's plenty of space. Well,
I'm just saying.
you could do tight
Pop
loops.
up.
You could do tight loops in this area here.
All right. Well, I don't want to do a tight loop. I just want to go straight up. So, if I hang on to whatchamacallit? Khalil, thank you, and start flying straight up while holding on to him. Do we just go up?
No. I mean, you would have.
So I have to.
And remember what
technically,
remember,
you'd be lifting Khalil, and I know you don't have that much strength. Not
Remember-
clear in full armor.
Nodal. But your spell drops when you pass through the black portal.
It's not a spell.
It's
It's,
not a
part of
spell,
my body.
class feature. But nonetheless, he's still got Eldove, and Eldove tries to. He pulls out his wings. And yeah, you got 15 feet here, so pulls his wings out of his shoulder and tries to pull you up. But I mean, Eldove, you feel the weight of Khalil and his full armor and all his got a quiver of arrows and a sword, and he's a
Yeah.
big dude anyway.
Yeah.
There's no way you'll be able to lift him.
Like I said, when I first introduced the character, brick shithouse.
What if I let go of Khalil and just hold on to the balloon with him?
I have the balloon right now.
Yeah,
right.
it's a long string.
But when Eldove, you touch the string, and Khalil, you suddenly feel the weightlessness subside. You feel all the heavy of your armor fall back onto your shoulders.
Alright, I'll let go of the string then.
And
I-
Khalil, once again, you feel weightless.
I want
I
more
guess
than
it's just
anything.
I guess it's just one at a time then.
One per ride.
Wait, no. Fred's still hanging on to me, right?
Yeah, he's clutching your other arm.
Shoot,
All right.
shoot Fred off for a second.
And Fred lets go and waves you goodbye. And as soon as Fred lets go, you start drifting up off the floor. Your feet leave the floor. And everybody watches as Khalil rises through the sky. Gets to the ceiling some 20 or 30 feet up. The balloon vanishes through the ceiling, pulling Khalil up after him. And you see him no more.
And that was just.
I like
Khalil.
this movie too.
After a couple of seconds, you guys hear the sound of a rubber balloon inflating. And then you hear a popping sound, and another balloon is tied in place. There are now three again.
Fair enough. Okay, we can do these one at a time then.
All right.
That's what
I'll
I was
go
worried
next.
about.
Eldove grabs a balloon.
And the same thing happens to Eldove. Lifts up off the floor, drifts up through the roof.
Duke's got next.
Well,
He
there's
grabs
three
a balloon.
balloons. Everybody just grab a balloon.
Well, I think that the shaft up at the top was getting a little narrow, so.
Yeah, that's a 5-foot shaft on the other side.
Yeah,
There wouldn't be 3 balloons if 3 people couldn't fly.
that's probably a good point.
Maybe Baba Yaga's just a fat ass and she needs 3 balloons. Now, when you arrive in the spiral staircase. You're floating up the center of it. So it takes a little bit of deftness to swing yourself over to the landing and then walk down to this door.
And once I actually get on there and I let go of my balloon, does it just shoot up into space?
Once you let go of your balloon, it pops.
Okay.
And this
Alright.
this process repeats with everybody who comes up through the floor.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fun.
I want more than anything some fan art of Khalil holding a balloon and batting Eldove away, going, "No, no, you can't have it. No."
Yeah, chat, get on that now.
I want competing fan art of Eldove trying to lift Khalil, and he's just too heavy.
Yes, you're back in the reception hall.
Dueling fan arts.
And as a reminder, the door that leads into the spiral staircase was black iron.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is one of the things that I wanted to check on because I remembered that. So,
All right, well, back down
Back
dumb waiter,
to
I
the
guess.
kitchen?
well, do we want to try knocking on this door? We haven't tried knocking on this door yet.
Let's deal with that tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, down the dumbwaiter we go.
Come on, Fred.
Down the dumbwaiter, one at a time. And
Then
it's
there's that nerd.
slow, cramped going. But you managed to
This
make
isn't as much fun as the balloons.
managed to make it back down to the kitchen.
Can we raise the dumbwaiter too high and let Orphan just run down the side?
There's not enough space for her to run down.
Yeah.
Aw.
Alright, then back through the freaky deaky
No, first we have a
meat
test.
locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
yeah.
gotta test this thing.
Are you gonna do the investiture flame?
Yeah. I cast Investiture of Flame on myself.
Okay?
Flumph up in flames.
Okay. And you do?
And then I attempt to first just stick a little bit of my hand into the fire. Does it burn me?
Let me find out. Hold on a second. No, it doesn't. I mean, you feel the heat of it. And you feel that it would burn you considerably. But it doesn't have any effect because you have the spell active.
Alright, and then I'll head into the door and I'll open it up.
Okay, when you get to the door, you see in the back of the oven, crawling into this dragon's mouth, crawling over the source of the flame in the bottom of the oven, the magical source of dragon's breath. The door on the back is made of iron and it's red hot. And there's a knob,
Yep. I attempt to turn the door.
and it's not locked.
Open it up, look through.
Nothingness. Blackness.
Alright, so it's... Oh, wait, it's blackness?
It looks
Because
like
last time we were in the ogre's cave, it was light.
now you,
Well,
can't,
it's black again.
you can't
that's
see
where
in,
the-
you can't see into the ogre's cave from this side.
Oh,
It's-
no, I was sticking my head through.
Oh, and when you stick through, you see the Cyclops room.
Okay.
Well,
So, yeah, we solved
myth
that
confirmed.
mystery.
Myth confirmed.
Do you want me to test the iron door? Because next time I test this, I'm going to need to cast a spell again.
Probably a good idea.
It's not black iron, it's just metal.
Oh, it's just iron?
Yeah, it's not black.
Okay. Well, it's red at the moment.
Well, yeah, glowing red hot.
All right. That was fun.
Eldove steps
Confirmed.
back out of the stove.
Wait, I'm gonna look around in the stove a bit first to see if there's anything hidden here.
Okay.
Should I roll like investigation, or is there
What are you looking
something
for?
crazy in here? I'm just checking to see, like, what does the inside of the stove look like?
Charred black. Looks like it's been, it's some manner, most of it's stone. At the bottom of it, you hear the hissing of two, like flame jets set in the bottom. This is the source of the magical fire. It looks like this fire has been burning for a long time. You see notches on the side of the stove where you could, like, slide in an oven rack.
Oh. How long does investiture flame last?
10 minutes.
Okay. So not long enough. I'm curious about something. I call Khalil over as far close as he can get without burning himself.
And Khalil can come to the mouth of the stove.
Can he see the notches on the side?
Yeah, you can look in, Khalil, and you see them.
Are they magical?
I don't... Depends on what vision Khalil has up.
Cycle to detect magic.
Okay. Looking at the stove doesn't look any more magical than the rest of the house, but the floor where Eldove is standing, beneath his feet, you see a divot in the floor. You can't see what's beyond, but you feel very strong magic coming from that area.
Oh, nice.
Eldove, at your feet. Look down there. What do you see?
All right, I'll look.
And you're
It's just a
examining
divot?
the flame jets in the floor, where the dragon breath is pouring out of.
Oh, I say thanks, Khalil. It's just making fire.
Oh, well. Fabulous.
Alright.
Now I'm going to step away now because it is damnably hot right now.
Zook is gonna, while Eldove is in there, as close as he can get to the stove without, burning himself to death, he's gonna kind of investigate around the edges to see if there's any obvious switches or ways to maybe turn the jets off.
Okay, roll
Yeah, because my
investigation.
thinking is, how would someone use this? And I thought maybe, like, the oven rack would do something, but no.
That'd be a 17 investigation.
You do not see any obvious mechanism for turning off the stove.
All right, I got nothing.
Maybe
Alright.
it's a command word.
It could possibly just be a command word.
Maybe it's our same crazy Russian command word.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try it. I
Well, let's hear it.
wrote it down somewhere here.
Hold on, I got it.
I
It's
must wake you.
oh crap. What room did we get that in?
That was in the
Jago Dvorsky.
that was in the observatory.
Drago Dvorsky. Yeah, that's right.
All right, so yeah, I'll say Drago Dvorsky.
And you wait expectantly for a few moments, but nothing
Nothing.
happens. The flames do not subside.
Okay. I'll head out.
Should I go through this door
Um,
again? What do you think about that, Eldove? Should I go up and down this door, like really fast, just run up and down this hallway?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the worst that could happen?
No, that's fine.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You pass
Okay.
the giant pans on the table sitting to your right into the room with the meat hooks. And when you walk into the room with the meat hooks, you again see your corpses hanging from them.
God, that is freaking.
Zook
as
I'll
hell.
punches his
I'll
corpse.
pop the elbow's corpse.
Okay, and it blinks out of existence.
God, that is freaky. The less we come through here, the better.
I don't know. That is one good-looking corpse.
I've seen you dead, and believe me, you don't make a good-looking corpse.
So, is the plan to pop into this next room as quickly as possible and then teleport? Is that what we're gonna have to do?
That was the idea.
That was the
yeah.
attempt. Weird. There's this human hanging from this meat hooks that I don't recognize. Oh, well, let's go.
Okay, so you all file back into the secret hallway, and you get to the plane of blackness, which you know will lead to the bottom of the acid tunnel, the acid shafts.
Shaft.
It's gonna be real cramped if you all step in there at the same time.
Well,
But what you're gonna be
what-
doing? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it only takes 6 seconds to cast.
Okay.
So we'll try it, and then if it doesn't work, we'll file back out here and discuss our next option.
Okay.
And we all have to be like touching you, basically.
No, I just need to be able to see you.
Okay. I say Orphan goes in first. Maybe walks a few feet up the side of the thing, and then we all sort of stumble in behind her as best as we can.
Orphan can't stop on the wall,
No.
so it's not like she can't just like run up. She could if she had a handhold. She can grab on and hang there.
For the walls that the walls
Couldn't
are.
you make a strength test to check to brace yourself? Like you're back to the wall and then.
I don't feel like doing that. I want an acid wall. I think I'm just gonna run right into the room.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea. We'll all just run right into the room.
Okay.
It's going to be a 5-foot square on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can we all? How do we all fit in there?
Very cramped. You all are getting real comfortable with each other right now.
I mean, I'm willing to do it if you'll let us do it.
So, is anybody not going through?
Don't see why not.
Yeah, I think the idea was for us all to get out of here. I don't think we need to leave anyone behind in this hut.
Yeah, it's a 1-action cast, so I just super quickly attempt
Wait,
to cast
Eldove.
it.
Eldove,
Yeah.
wait. Do you have
Okay.
something? Do you have something from the hut that we can use to return?
Yeah, I grabbed something from the outside of the hut.
Okay, cool.
So, you
So
all are
I
going to be
can't
spending.
teleport us in here, but I can teleport us outside to the.
You all are going to be spending a full round in the swamp-smelling acid shaft. So, first thing I need is a Constitution save from everybody.
Okay.
Well, I don't need to spend a whole round there.
Yeah, you do. It's one action cast. Casting time, 1 action. Everybody's got to spend a full round there.
What's the DC on that?
21.
Okay.
No, I'm
That's
sorry.
Dominable?
It's not 21. Hold on.
Hey, wait,
It is 15.
Okay.
I have one more Indomitable, and I rolled a 2, so I need to be doing that. Yeah, I figured it was +8. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, yeah, it's better.
Alright, if you made the save, you take 4 acid damage. If you did not make the save, you take 8 acid damage. And Fred did not make the save.
I did not
Poor
make
Fred.
the save either. Ow.
Eldove, you discharged the teleport spell. Where are you teleporting to?
Back to the end.
Okay. All the way back to the inn?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Like, you mean the inn of the Blue Wormling?
I mean the end of the blue wormling.
where
Teleport
he has to
circle.
teleport.
Alright, here's the trick. I need everybody to roll a d6.
Oh, okay.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like it either.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I was going to.
Yeah, you don't change the map on us when to roll it, dude.
You know where the dice are. Bunch of complainers.
Keep grabbing 2 dice. I need to not do that.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get Fred back out here.
Woo, Team 4.
I've been trying to keep Fred consistently purple through the whole campaign.
You've been doing a very good job of it, Brick.
Alright,
That's his greatest character trait.
Orphan, what did you roll?
5.
A 5. Arik, what did you roll?
4.
4. Where's Eric's little standee? There it is. Khalil, what'd you roll?
4.
A 4.
3 of them rolled 4s.
Where's Khalil? Oh, there he is.
Right there.
Zook, what'd you roll?
3.
3. Eldove,
4.
4. And Fred rolled a 6. Orphan, you feel the familiar sense of the teleport that you become accustomed to wash over you. And you don't end up at the inn. In fact, you don't leave the hut.
Okay.
You find yourself partway up the acid shafts. You can reduce fall damage, yes?
Yeah. It would take a long fall for me not to reduce it entirely.
Okay, well, I've got 33 fall damage coming your way. So how
All right.
much you can reduce that by?
Let me check for a second.
I think it's
So-
75.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous. Let's see.
I was bored, so I looked up the math, and even at terminal velocity, there's a 50-50 chance she reduces all fall damage.
Amount equal to 5 times my monk level. Yeah, 33 is not going to do that.
Okay. Unfortunately, Fred is still at the bottom of the shaft.
Oh no!
And you land on
Oh
him.
no.
He
Oh,
failed.
no.
He failed his dex save by a lot. And you hear him crumple to the ground. You hear a bone snap, and you hear his cry of anguish. Zook, you hear this as well. You hear Fred just holler out, "Ah!" as you hear the crashing sound from the bottom. The rest of you are in the cramped corner of the cave.
Now, let's see. Is there any way that that's mitigated? Because the ability is called slow fall. I mean, I don't think that I was falling with, like, missile speed on him.
Ooh, that's a good point. It's not that she mitigates the damage, that she mitigates the fall.
Let me find out. I don't have my PHP handy. Let me go read the class feature real quick. My book is...
I've got it open. Beginning at 4th level, you can use a reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level. That's pretty much all it says. The ability's called slow fall.
Well, I'd assume Fred takes full damage too.
But he ended up at the bottom of the shaft. The
Yeah.
damage he took was me landing on him, not him falling down the shaft.
But the ability is slow fall, not...
Got it.
But it doesn't sound like it's magically slowing your fall. It sounds like you are reducing the damage to yourself because you know how to, like, tuck and roll or some such. It's not literally slowing your fall.
Okay.
Fair
Also, it's more fun for me for Fred to be on the brink of death. So
Fine, okay.
It would
Not
be even
for
worse
us.
if it was 3.5, because the 3.5 monk ability, the slow fall, was you run down the wall.
so you
do I
land
see
bodily
these?
on
Do I
Fred.
see these guys? Like, do I know that they're there? Because I think the door was open still. I don't think we shut it behind us.
If the door's open, then yeah, you see him in there. Khalil, you're like kind of cramped up in the back corner. It takes you a second to get out.
I'll push.
Orphan,
I'll push him
immediately after falling, what do you do?
Fred, are you okay?
No.
And I heard this splat, right?
Yes. I mean, you're standing there, Zook, and you're looking down, and you see the raging inferno in the shaft, the illusionary flames.
Orphan, get him out of there!
How much would what would I have to do to carry Fred up?
You would have to make a strength check, and you would not be able to ascend the shaft quickly.
Okay, so I would be able to. Let's see, how tall is the shaft?
It was about... Actually, not about. I have an exact number for you. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Second edition module, you know how long the shaft is and how many hats it'll take to fill it up.
Right? 100 feet.
You always wonder how long the shaft is.
Shaft. Here's the complication. If you every turn you spend here, you need to make the Constitution save versus acid damage. In fact, go ahead and make me that right now.
Yeah.
Fred failed.
When you say she
So-
can't run up quickly,
Yeah. Okay.
She can't double move while holding Fred.
alright.
He's too bulky to carry while double moving up the wall. And as you're talking to Fred, he passes out. You see the droplets of acid coating his flesh.
All right. I am gonna make the. I made the save.
Okay, so you take 4 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And Fred is not looking too hot.
All right. My problem is I can't get up the shaft if I can't double move. So what I'm gonna do is just take Fred through the portal.
Okay. And
Okay.
understand when I say he's unconscious, I mean he's going to be making death saves.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay. So I take Fred through the portal.
Okay.
Do you say
And-
anything before you do that? Or you
Can I finish? Thanks. Let's see, and I'll give him. I have 1 potion of greater healing,
Okay.
so I'll give that to him at least.
Go ahead and roll the healing on that.
Okay. I don't know what the healing on that is, because that's in the DMG.
Once I realize that it's Orphan down there, I will. Do I have Orphan? I'm pretty sure I have Orphan on my channel list here.
Does anyone know what the healing roll on the greater healing potion is?
I will in a second. I have all my D&D books in the other room because I was using them for something else. I was using them to prop up a desk we were building. I know. I shouldn't be doing that with my D&D books. I'll be right back. I'll grab them.
The answer is 4d4 plus 4.
Once I realize that Orphan's down there, I will cycle to Orphan Vision just to see what the hell's happening.
Nick, if you want to roll it before he gets back, it's 4d4 plus 4.
Okay. 2, 3, 4.
I might have put that information in your alchemy list too.
Oh, maybe.
I don't remember if I did though. I might have been feeling real lazy.
Let's see. This is 1, 5, 7, 9. So
44 plus 4.
yeah, so 13 all told.
So you upend the potion into Fred's mouth. He regains 13 hit points. And some color returns to his face. You see the unnatural bend in his arm mend itself. And he looks around kind of confusedly for a moment before he realizes where he is.
So the complicating thing is that I can't, like... I can make it up the shaft, but I can't stop. I can end a turn on, like, partway up.
Right.
So carrying Fred... Would you allow me to spend a key point to triple move?
Only if you have an ability that says that you can spend a key point to use dash as a bonus action.
Yeah, I do.
Then yeah,
I do.
you absolutely can.
So can I get Fred up that way?
Yeah, providing you make your strength check.
Okay.
You can use athletics if you want.
Okay. Let's see. That's not much better for me. Acrobatics is what I'm good at, not athletics.
If you
Athletics
can get
will help
within
you.
30 feet of
Yeah.
me, I can either cast haste or one of the things that'll let you make a check better.
She's 100 feet down when she comes back through.
That's why I said if you can get within 30 feet of me.
All right. I'm gonna make the strength check to carry him
Okay.
right inside the portal.
Okay.
So let's see. That's a strength check. Strength's not great. Oh, that's good. It's a 19.
Okay. So you get your arms around Fred, and he puts his arms around your waist, and you start booking up the wall, and it's very, very difficult to go. Go ahead and spend that key point.
Okay.
Fred's not particularly heavy as people go, but you're not the strongest person in the world, and the bulk of him is what's difficult. But you manage just barely to get to the lip of the shaft.
Once
And
I
exhausted,
see
you
Orphan's arm
flump
come
over.
out, once
Yeah.
the Orphan's arm comes out, I will
Panting.
reach down, grab her as well as I can, and pull her back up all the way into the basement.
And you reach down and you
Yeah.
grab Orphan's arm and pull her up and let Fred fall. And let me get the fall damage here.
Panting with exhaustion. As
No.
I get up.
You guys get them both up over the lip of the shaft.